Welcome to this week of Fly Rod Chronicles. We're in Anchorage, Alaska. We're doing the ultimate fly-in fishing adventure.
Tag along with me as I revisit the Lacknack River in Alaska. But this time, we are doing something a little bit different. Catching salmon on top water.
Very good, very good. Oh man, come up and smacked it. On the top water, we just had an explosion come up.
Come along with me as I fish a pink wog, a unique mouse imitation for surface slamming salmon.
That's a beast! That is a beast! That is a beast of a silver! You're the man, Russ.
Stick around, it's gonna be a heck of a show.
Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
This is exactly where we was at in 2008 when we came into Dillingham. This is the exact spot where it all started. I got a good feeling right here.
This trip, we are headed back to the Lacknack River with Alaska Trophy Adventures. Charlie Somerville and his veteran guide staff showed us some amazing salmon and pike fishing the first go around. Alaska is just one of those places that gets in your blood.
The Lacknack River is a premier fly fishing mecca in all of Bristol Bay, Alaska, with all 5 runs of salmon, along with rainbows, char, and grayling. Pretty much offers everything for a wilderness fly fisherman's dream.
As we were flying over the Lacknack River, the emotions that ran through me were tough to describe. My fear of bush planes was pushed to the back of my mind, and all I could think about was the sheer amount of fish that were swimming in the river below us. I could not wait to get settled into camp and prepare for an amazing week of topwater salmon fishing.
At least 2 days around camp, they kept talking about this wog. And at first I thought they were saying log. And then I asked them to spell it. And they said wog, W-O-G. I still don't know what it means. One of the guides said that it imitates a mouse pattern. And catching big fish on mice and mouse patterns, all fly fishermen live for that.
The pink wog, very deadly for all salmon whites, and catch some amazingly big rainbow trout on it too. For tying the pink wog that I tie, I usually use Daiichi 2050 ones, size 3. Take it all back. A lot of people put down a full layer. I don't bother with that anymore. Okay, we trim that off. Take a marabou plume out of here. So I'm just going to reach in, cut the stem, make sure it's about the hook shank length, okay? It could be a little longer, but I find that's about the right length. Cut, discard. I'm going to take it right to the back. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. This Loctite super glue, this control gel, is really easy to use, much better than some of the other glues, because you can just squeeze it and get the amount you want. Now we're just going to cut a triangle out of it. All right, tie that down. Fairly firm turns, but you got to be careful with some of the foam. You can cut it. All right, fold that forward. This material here is polar chenille. Tie that in all the way to the front. I'm going to make one turn though over the foam. And you make even turns. I like to pull the material back just a little bit. It makes it a little fuller. Tie this off. I usually only use a couple turns of thread. If you tight everything, it'll stay together. And again, I'm going to trim it. Just the stem is going to be cut. All right. Pull a little bit off the end, so you got something to tie down to. That goes on. Tie that down. Grab it with my hackle pliers. Now we're going to do some nice even turns, but I'm going to keep folding the hackle back. I'm going to put some glue up there. I'm going to take the foam back and pull it over the back and press it down so it starts adhering. Now I'm going to take and put several turns of thread over the top of it. Again, not pulling it too tight, just tight enough. I'm going to put some glue right here. I stick these two pieces together. It'll look like this. All right. Bend everything back and a few turns, and I whip finish. Pull it tight, trim it off, and I'll take some glue and put it in between the two pieces of foam, and we're done. Very simple, very easy to tie. I've shown people who have no tying experience and they can crank those babies right out, and it's very effective.
Stick around. When we come back, I hit the Alaknak River with Russell Owen, and he puts me on some topwater salmon.
Salmon, I think it would be safe to say, feeds 95, 98% subsurface. We had the opportunity to fish topwater.
The fly of choice for topwater salmon at Alaska Trophy Adventures is the pink wog. Until this trip, I'd never heard of it, but I was excited to give this crazy mouse imitation a try with my guide, Russell Owen.
You know, we were excited when we knew that we were going to go out with Russ, because Russ has the reputation here at Alaska Trophy Adventures of being that topwater guy. You know, Russell, you could tell from day one that he was one of us. He's from the South. He's got that sarcasm to him, but witty. And immediately I saw the camera crew gravitate toward Russ. We got to hang out with him, and he showed us more in just one day than we've learned on topwater in 2 years. You know, we not only had confidence in Russ, but it was reassured after that first cast. I didn't even get a strip in. Like over in there. Right in there. So drop it.
Silver. Ah! Dang.
Yeah.
He just come up.
As soon as it hit, you moved it. He says,
Daggone. I'm not sure that fly works.
Wasn't ready for it. My fault. I missed that fish. You know, topwater strike is amazing. It will turn a man into a child real quick. Me personally, and most people, have a tendency to jerk and pull the lure, the fly, out of the water before the fish gets there. One tip that our guide Russell gave us is when that trout and that salmon is coming for the wog that we used, and it's coming up, it really doesn't see it in its timing. So what you try to do is pause it for just a second and let the salmon run into it. And then after you see that topwater disappear, that's when you set the hook.
That's a beast. That is a beast. That is a beast of a silver. You're the man, Russ. Dang.
we're going to have to get a net.
Yeah, we're gonna need a net. I'm gonna try to keep attention on it, brother. Okay.
I'll grab a net.
Holy smoke. Russ, you're the man. That is a beast. No, you're not allowed out there. Take a turn, take a turn. Yep. Yeah. You tied that, huh? Somebody said when you found out you were doing TV, you took off running for the vise.
Yeah, I had to go south of the flag. If you stand on the bank up there, if you could swing them down here. We're probably not ready. Yeah, not so much. So whenever you think he's ready. If you swing him to me. Got him.
We got him. He said, got him. Got him. You're the man. That's awesome, man. Give it to me. That is so cool. We got us a silver. That is a female. Oh, wow.
He's marvelous. I like rotating them in the sun to see all that shining.
Oh, man. Look at the
Shiny
gill plate. Wow. I'm going to see if Toyota will paint us a truck like that. Wouldn't that be a pretty truck?
There you go.
Huh? That'd be awesome.
Fish scale.
Yeah, fish scale. There you go. Get in here, Russ. So that's on a Russell fly there, huh?
On a wog, on a pink wog. Yeah.
And you tied that up this morning.
Tied it up this morning, and this is really a pink mount.
Nice.
Is what it is.
Nice. It was money, no doubt about it. Trout Unlimited is one of our sponsors, and we do the release of the week each week. And do you mind if I release her?
No.
Take that out of it?
Let her have a swim.
Yeah, yeah. Look, she wants to go already.
It's time for Trout Unlimited's Release of the Week.
And just let her.
Dude.
Dude.
More.
Dude. Hey, that is amazing.
Fin out of the water there.
Yeah, yeah. Going up into the sunshine. That is so cool. Wow. That's a man. Think there's another one in there?
Try. I'm sure there is.
All right.
You hear fly fishermen say when they are stripping a fly in that it's strip, 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 or strip, 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 pause, strip, strip, pause. Russ introduced us to something that I really never thought about, and that's a cadence. And the cadence is related to the water flow. So his point is that imitation needs to imitate a mouse or a critter on top of the water. So if the water's flowing fast, you're going to slow down your cadence. And if the water's still, you're going to speed it up. But it has to match a critter on top of the water.
Silver.
Silver, baby. Come up and smacked it at the last second.
We're almost out of the fish.
I was.
He took it in 6 inches of water.
And you said last cast. Love those last casts. That is so cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you think pound for pound, these are one tough salmon, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, dude. Yeah, he just figured out. Yeah, yeah, man. That is so cool. Woo! Nice.
Every time I catch a salmon species, I can't help but think about the amazing journey it's made to reach its ancestral spawning waters. These fish, in their circle of life, play a vital role in sustaining this wondrous ecosystem on the Alaknak River.
So as we release this female here, where'd she come from? I mean, I know she come upriver.
Yeah, straight out of Bristol Bay. So about 50 miles to where we are from Salt.
Wow, wow. She made a trip, didn't she?
Quite a long journey just to make more.
Yeah, yeah.
And die.
And come up here and see a couple of ugly people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Ugly southern people.
That's awesome.
And then she'll die.
Yeah.
Decompose just like these chums here floating around.
All right.
Feeds the rainbows. So, feeding the river.
Everything has its place.
Everything has its place.
Well, cool.
Every year.
It's Westervelt Ecological Services. Time for conservation.
The death of a salmon is essential for contributing vital nutrients and energy for aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. Everything from the bear, wolves, and birds along the Alagnac benefit from the salmon runs. The bugs and other fish in the river would not thrive without the dying salmon. Even the trees soak up the nutrients from the decaying fish. This is why it's important to keep track of the salmon numbers and monitor the populations, because without these amazing creatures, a horrible snowball effect would take place along this breathtaking landscape. Fortunately, right now, the Alagnac River in Alaska is healthy, and with continued efforts by sportsmen and conservationists, this area will continue to be a world-class fishery.
That's unbelievable right there. Back in the Alagnac. Man, she wants to go. Wow. You want to take a break? Yeah.
The Alagnac River is a premier fly fishing mecca in all of Bristol Bay, Alaska. It's a great experience for families, the women, the children. We've had a lot of ladies come up these days, and between the bear viewing, the kayaking, and the rafting, we pretty much are a full-service adventure lodge in Alaska, one of the few, along with world-class fly fishing.
We gave our guide Russell a break on that last morning to spend some time on the water with Charlie.
Well, I thought we'd stop at this. This is another one of our spots. It's a real good topwater wagon spot. Nice. And I think you've about wore out your arms on the streamers and the heavy sink tips. Yeah. So we're going to do a little popper fishing, a little wagon, and see if we can't get a silver or pink up on the surface for you.
That'd be pretty cool, huh? He come up, just, man, that was timing, wasn't it? Just all out timing. Yeah. Chad, were you on that? He's got thumbs up. I mean, just at the last second.
I got to say, fishing with Curtis and the crew from West Virginia, it's been a ball. I really appreciate his humor.
On the top, baby, on the top. On the top, baby.
Top water. All right.
Is that a chum?
I don't know. I think it was another pink.
Is it a pink?
I think it is, but you know, we're moving up to scale, topwater fishing.
It's crazy.
You guys did a great job with the topwater stuff. Curtis really got a hang of the wagon.
Very good, very good. Oh man, come up and smacked it. On the topwater, we just had an explosion come up.
After getting my fill of topwater action, it was time to meet back up with Russ and go after one of my favorite fish, the dolly varden. Its beautiful colorations remind me of my home state's fish, the West Virginia brook trout.
That's my man Russ. We got us a dolly. Let me jump in here.
Hold on.
Oh, too late. That's all. This is it right here. So this fish here, our state trout in West Virginia is the brook trout.
Uh-huh.
And from what I understand, that's a cousin of the brook trout. Yeah. But when you take that, you know, the white tips of the fin, I mean, that's what our brook trout.
Yeah, they have the striking white tips on the.
Gosh, they're gorgeous. You know what? When I came to Alaska the first time, when I caught one of those, it was welcome to Dollywood.
Welcome to Dollywood, yeah.
And this is the, what's this place called?
Well, the lower end of this we call the Dolly Llama.
Dolly.
But we can rename this hole here just for you West Virginians as Dollywood.
Let's put it in there. I love it.
Let her go.
I love it. Look at that. Look at that guy. Wow.
Pretty fish.
Man.
Off to make more.
Yeah, there you go. Brother, I can't thank you enough, man. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Wow.
No matter how far I travel, I will always remember where I came from, a small town in West Virginia. Catching salmon on topwater was amazing, but I will always remember that dolly varden I caught with Russ, and how it reminded us both of our native roots, fishing small streams in Appalachia for brook trout. Russell made me feel at home, but so did everyone at Alaska Trophy Adventures. The guide staff put me on some fish of a lifetime, and just being in that amazing Alaskan wilderness added to the experience of fine company to make a trip of a lifetime.